So I was just making a salad, and then this thought came over me, and I was about to go eat it, but before I get salad all in my teeth, I thought I'd share the message first. So yesterday and today, I've kind of been feeling down. Today a little bit better, but yesterday I was feeling like really this heaviness over me. And I kept asking myself, why is this happening when I've done so much healing work? Like, why do I still get this heaviness feeling? So they say when we feel heavy, it's sometimes not our energy. So it's people sending evil eye attacks towards us, and then that affects our mood because the energy is coming towards us. However, we can transmute that energy by choosing not to let it bring us down and overcome it by doing things that lift our mood. So that's one reason why we feel heavy. Then it also has to do with the weather. Whether it's a gloomy day, then we're going to feel more down because we are affected by our weather. Then it's also the planets and what's going up there above us, even though what I said before, the planets are artificial pretty much because they're not the planets that the Creator created, the planets that exist on this plane that God created. But our body is tied into those planets, so even if our soul is not tied into those planets, so our body is tied into those planets. I don't know if it's our DNA as well, because are our DNA and our soul different? Are they one and the same? Or does our DNA change based on whatever body we come into? Because we change our DNA every, do we change our DNA every cycle, every reincarnation, because of the fact that we come back as different colors with different ethnicities, different races, different generational lines. So what's going on up there affects how we feel because it's tied into our zodiac sign, and our zodiac sign is real because it's tied into this body and this current day that we're born and all that stuff. It impacts us because all of that things that's going on up there is a co-creation of this body. So if we look at those factors and be like, okay, that's literally something I can't control. I can't control that these things are happening and that they're affecting me. Like, once we understand that basically everything is artificial, there's things that are man-made artificial, and there's things that God created with his advanced consciousness that's artificial. So the zodiac signs, the weather, the fact that humans can manipulate weather shows that it's artificial because it's something that's created just within this realm. So the weather, the planets, the zodiacs, those are all artificial things. So our body is artificial as well, just like how we can clone people and make a body, and it shows you that if we can do it, of course, God. So God created this body. He did not create our soul. He cannot create a soul. All he can do is trap souls in this planet. So God can only create bodies, but not a soul. No one can create a soul except for creation. So God creates this body, which ties into the planets and ties into the zodiacs, and they work hand in hand. However, the only thing about plants and seeds and fruits and all that stuff, I don't know if they're a creation of God or like we can genetically engineer food, right? GMO, genetically modified food. So if we can do it, then God can genetically engineer food as well. The only thing is I don't know if he actually got the seeds from a different planet, because in the book of Enoch, he has the seeds on one plane of heaven that he hides under lock and key, basically, and has people guarding it. So if he can create it any time, then why does he hide it unless he got it from somewhere else? So either he got it from somewhere else, or he genetically modified the food himself, creating the seeds, and whatever the case is, it's just that this body needs nourishment because we're in flesh. That's how the system works. But our soul doesn't actually need food. I don't think so, because it's just energy. Our soul wouldn't need food to survive. Just like how he said when Adam and Eve were in the Garden of Eve, they didn't need food. They didn't need water. They didn't need nourishment because I think they were still a soul, not in flesh.